Check. 1, 2.
Good sound in my melody.
Geralt.
All right, recording's going.
Dave, you're our special friend.
So tired.
You're very special.
I was gonna take a nap before the podcast, and I finished.
How late were you up?
I don't want to talk about it.
Just plain blood and wine.
Started the Fallout edit last night, and then when I got home from work yesterday at like 5:30, I took like a 2-hour nap, and it was behind on what I wanted to work on. So then I drank an entire cup of coffee at like 9:30, and that was not a good idea.
I'm not sure what my plan for tonight is, considering I completely missed most of work this afternoon.
Skip.
Yeah. But I've got a plan now. It sounds like it's called the alternator stud, and it carries the power out of the alternator, and those are replaceable, but I haven't found a guide for someone replacing it on my particular alternator. So I'm going to take it apart and take it to my mechanic and ask him if
which one's close to your alternator? Like which model would be considered closest? A
Celica GT. Or
I mean, have you looked at all those
possibly
options?
Corolla? Well, no, not yet. I'm going to. I wanted to see if anyone had it for the Spider. I found a bunch of guides on how to remove the alternator. On most cars, it's take out the 2 bolts, disconnect the wires after you disconnect the battery, pick the alternator up. And on mine, it's you're going to want to jack the bottom of the engine up because you're taking a mount off. It'll probably be easier on jack stands because you're taking out a wheel.
I do not envy you. That is all.
If you want to come over and help me do it, be a fun, like hand tools and stuff. I'm thinking I might start on it on Sunday, depending on how limping it back tomorrow goes.
You should do it, Dave. It's time for you to learn.
It's a good chance for games tomorrow night, Jeremiah. I'll let you know when I get back from work tomorrow.
I don't know what that means.
If you want to stop by and try out games on
stop by and
cards.
Stop by and try games. I was like, there's a good chance for games. They're afoot.
Let's play a game or two.
I'd come help you, but I'm going to play a game.
Yeah, it's like, I could, I guess. I don't know. I mean.
Yeah, and James, I've had more than enough repairs for like forever after the washing machine last weekend. That's
what you think. Just wait. More things can always break.
No, so I as I've been saying, like, the absolute fun part of remodeling a house for 5 years is that now we're at the point where things are breaking down as you're trying to finish other things. So, yeah. I have to do like contrast. My camera looks like the black levels are just insane.
It's not terrible over here.
It's a little dark. Did your light move?
It's not terrible though. I'm trying to keep his courage.
I don't care about his courage.
Firefox has
Whoa! That's not right. There you go. Up, too much.
Come on, Firefox.
Turn down a little bit.
Welcome to Zip Doo Dah Doo Dah with James.
Oh, there we go. How's that?
It's so hard to see with
it
your
looks pretty
beard.
Close to like it did before.
Here, I'll just keep my beard up like this.
We need the contrast so we can see your full beard.
I put like a kerchief on just for the beard.
If James is making a suggestion, it's because he's puppet mastering. Just keep that in mind.
I was actually trying to get his monitor to where I would color correct it if I were color correcting right now.
I'll podcast like this.
It looks fine on my end, Dave.
Well, you need to go like this so you can see the full contrast. Just go like this underneath your beard. There we go.
I think
just put like a white sheet of paper under there so I can always see your full beard.
I think I'm gonna tighten it up just so it stays like secure during the podcast.
You know what you need, Dave? You need like low cut V-neck shirts so we can always see the fullness of your beard. That's
what everyone needs is low cut V-neck shirt. That's
do we?
In the immortal words of Dave.
All right, I'm gonna be adding in more graphics card specs.
Oh man,
specs.
Dave has a chair tonight. Thank you.
Man, the 970s stock core clock or base clock was 1050. Yuck. That's just pretty pitiful. Boost clock of 1178 on the stock part. On the stock cooler. What should I put in for memory? It says 4 gigabytes of GDDR5 on their website, but I put in 3.5. Do we make that joke, or do we just be adults?
Just put 4-ish.
How many teraflops? Where do they list that? Does it matter? It doesn't really. So don't list the TDP.
So when we find the
on their
Radeon
website.
speed,
What do you mean?
when do we find out the core clock of the new?
Oh, I don't know. I thought I saw that somewhere. So what else is everyone up to?
Not sleeping. Why sleep when you can girl?
How many hours have you put into it yet?
Oh, that's pretty sad, actually. What did it say? Thursday?
A sad, you're not actually sad way, or sad in an actually sad way?
I mean, for taking a day off of work, it's pretty sad. I think I have like 6 hours in the DLC. Like, I took
So by
Tuesday off.
sad mean you didn't spend nearly as much time playing your video game this week as you wanted to.
Yeah, I spent most of Tuesday like editing and doing chores instead, which was a super lame day off. But to be fair, I did stay up until like 5 a.m. drinking chocolate stout and Geraltine, so there was that. My total looks like 260 now for Witcher 3.
Cool.
And climbing. I'm excited for a couple of stories for our week when we talk about the DLC more, because Joel's got a fantastic story, but he's mobile this week.
This is interesting. We'll get to this more in the topic, but the 970 actually has a lower TDP.
Really?
Then
Wouldn't have
what?
figured that. Than the 1070. It's a 145,
Oh,
according to Wikipedia. That's interesting. The 980 Ti is 250. The 980 is 165. Interesting. Interesting.
Oh, so here's some news that I'm going to go ahead and share now because it's kind of important. Anybody else notice the TeamViewer outage on Wednesday?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, there's a Reddit thread saying that there was a breach and they're not reporting on it yet.
I've heard there's been breaches before.
I'm reading the Reddit thread and it's oh, there's people in the thread who had like remote access set up with a password, and people logged in remotely on 525 and 528, opened their browser with all their saved passwords and cleaned out like their PayPal accounts and like their eBay accounts.
That's why I don't have an account. I just have computers saved to my... Like, I have computers added onto my TeamViewer, but I don't actually have a TeamViewer account that can be logged into. You'd have to know my computer's ID and password to log into it.
I use the account that the Smasher uses, but I have passwords on all my computers like on top of that, so you have to have the password too.
Do you set it to lock when it bounces out? Like when you disconnect?
I'm going to be checking now. That's for sure.
I'm trying to find solid info on this 390X. It is not that easy. You wouldn't think it would be that hard.
488X?
What?
Wait, which card?
the R9 390X for comparison purposes, like the compute, the memory bandwidth, all that stuff, it's a little bit hard to find, actually. Even when you search like alleged specs, it wants to talk about like Fury. Let's see. Stop talking about my teraflops.
Oh man, this really sucks. Like TViewer has been fantastic.
I think it still is fantastic. Everything can get hacked at some point or another.
Yeah, but man, a remote control program is a pretty disconcerting thing to get hacked.
It is. I mean, I'm not saying it's good.
I've been scanning through the horror stories in the thread. Some guy's like, yeah, I was getting some water at like 3 a.m. and noticed that my computer monitor was on, that the mouse was moving by itself. Went over and he was buying gift cards off of eBay, and I pulled the plug.
There's always one or two horror stories, but invariably when that happens, a bunch of people go in and like sort through all the bull and then figure out, oh, well then maybe your password shouldn't have been let me in 5 or something. Like, this is kind of your fault.
One of the guys who actually caught the hack in progress had kept a LinkedIn password on his TeamViewer account, thinking it's just TeamViewer. Mm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to cut out a lot of this information about the 390X because I can't find reliable sources that are confirming most of it, so you wouldn't think it would be that hard. But
one of the articles I saw had 390X. Oh, not 390X. Sorry, it was just 390.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Let me see. RX 480 versus the 390X. See if that gets them.
Get some. Yeah.
There is a 390X. It's not just a 390, right? Like, I'm not taking crazy pills. Yeah, there's a 390X. I was like, they didn't just release a 390 version, I don't think. Everything is like, everybody's just freaking out about the, okay, here we go. Everybody's just freaking out about the RX 480 right now. Okay, I found a good source. Ignore the R9 390 stuff I put in the doc. I'll just read it right off of Anantech. All right. Oh, look, we have news and everything. Man, this podcast just came together.
Live on the air.
You guys done warming up? This has been like the worst warm-up in the history of warm-ups.
Are we live?
No, yeah, we've been live.
No, that was a joke.
Oh. Sorry.
On fire.
Oh, thank you. Here's this wonderful comment I just got from Tylor. Can the Putitu Mesher Neo 5K run Memecraft on very low 240p?
Oh, Memecraft. Oh, man.
I smiled, Tyler. Thank you.
And died a little inside because it's coming.
Did you see my comment, Jeremiah, in the reply I got this morning?
What reply? I did not see that.
I posted on your 20K subs video. I said
I saw about Minecraft. I saw that one. I didn't see that someone replied to you.
I did sub since day one, #1 fan. Can the Potato Masher run Minecraft? As someone replied, look at his Patreon. He has your answer there.
Someone didn't put together that, it was the Evil Viking 13 was commenting.
Well, I'm not verified yet, so.
Can you get verified on YouTube?
Yes, you can.
What does that even mean?
It puts a blue check mark next to your name.
No, I know, but it's your channel. Like, where
cool.
You exist on that channel, so where else are they going to verify you? It's obviously the Evil Viking 13 channel.
Is it? Is it really?
What level do you have to be before you get verified? When you get your silver play button?
I don't know.
Silver's 100,000, right?
Is it?
I believe so.
Okay.
You can ask. You better ask for one.
I'll ask. Yeah.
You have to ask. They're not going to send it to you.
Okay. That makes sense because I think there's like 30,000 channels over 100,000.
Yeah. Yeah, you best believe I'll get it. Hang it up right behind me. Be like, what?
It's just like blinding light from the studio lights every podcast from my silver plaque.
Just have a separate light just for that.
I'll get a spotlight just for the plaque.
Shane, of course, Shane knows this. 100K is silver, 1 million is gold, 10 million is diamond. Diamond.
Please be literally diamond.
I think it's probably diamond encrusted or something. I mean, diamonds aren't actually worth anything, so it's not like it's that hard to do. It's Google. They probably own a diamond mine. Let's not pretend like they don't.
Okay, Google, increase production. Okay, Google, increase the whippings.
Shane, I know lots of useless info too, but I don't think I know as much useless info as you. So you're the best. Oh man, someone on Facebook is posting metal Taylor Swift covers, but I can't listen to them because stream's live. God, I don't want to hear that.
Cool. On a related note, kind of, how about that new Thrice album?
It is amazing. I've listened to it, no exaggeration, I've probably listened to it 15 times.
I think I might actually be ahead of you.
I listen to it at least once every day.
Yeah, I should probably stop soon, like dial it back some.
Yeah, it's really awesome though. I'm glad they're back in the studio. Might get a chance to see them. Maybe I'll get a chance to see a brand new Thrice collaboration tour, which I skipped out on in 2009 because I was like, they'll be back. And they were back on their farewell tour.
I should probably start the backup, right?
Dave.
Dave me?
Why you do this? Why you don't do this? Justin, I don't know what you're worried about for future stocks. Obviously, when President Trump fixes America, we'll be doing great. Can't really speak for the rest of the world, but hopefully we can get through the rest of our lives before it all comes back to bite us and all the countries we start oppressing rise back up.
That doesn't happen.
I'm just saying we could be an empire now, and that's what's important. I want to own land, not a house. Land.
It's good to own land.
I want a castle. I don't really know how we go about getting that in the new... Theocracy is probably a fair way of putting it. Anyway, that's enough politics for tonight. I'm trying to take my sock off with just my foot underneath the table and cool down. That's all the updates I have.
All right, let's start the podcast.
Yeah, I feel like this is not going anywhere. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
I'm a drink.
Same.
Oh, James, one more quick thing before we start the podcast. So, we like to make jokes about, Jeremiah's a monster. Jeremiah's so big. Today, Dave loaned me his gloves so I could work underneath the car, or so I could try to fix it. And they slid down to about right here, and then just stopped, and my fingers were like this. Like, it wasn't just like the fingers fit okay, but it was like the palm of the glove was like...
I was amazed because for me personally, they fit like a glove. Like it's pretty
like a literal glove.
Dave.
Yeah, the gloves just
The gloves fit like a glove.
The gloves fit like a glove.
Mechanics gloves are awesome. I love them, but I normally wear the biggest ones.
You know, it's funny. Mechanics gloves are one of those things that is marketed like every possible thing, like gaming, cars, appliance repair, computers, like literally everything. Military, like operators, home operators, wannabe home defense operators, but the product is actually good. Like it's, they're all like all their gloves apparently are quite good.
I've got the padded pair that's like got the extra crush protection on top because I just tend to hurt myself enough that that's necessary. But I found a glove I like better for actually working on cars or working on things in general. They're called like Gorilla Grips or something. They're disposable, so you probably get like 5 or 6 uses out of them, but they're $3 a pair. And it's just like a thin thing of rubber over your contact surfaces, and then it's mesh on the back. So they're very, very light. Like they let air through.
Nice.
They're very, very light, and they're very, very thin. So you have lots of tactile grip, and it doesn't really feel like you're wearing much of anything. They do trap a lot of dirt and oil and stuff on them. So by like a couple weeks into the Spider restoration, I was like, I could just wipe soot off of them onto anything. But yeah, they've got them at Walmart and Home Depot Gorilla Grips. Like if you're going to be working with a lot of small bolts or something, they're really sweet. But anyway, to the
Except
podcast.
alternator bolts.
Shut up. Okay. In my defense, if you have this one stud that carries the current and it's going to be sticking out.
I know all about that stud.
And it's going to be sticking out 1 inch from the alternator. It's in a hard to get to spot. Why would you make it so tiny? Why wouldn't you make it like a 12 millimeter or something? Why would you make it a 10 millimeter? It's begging to be sheared off.
That's why I maintain a collection of multiple studs at all times.
You guys aren't
Okay.
comfortable at all to talk about car stuff with.
That was your out, Jeremiah. Take it.
James knows enough that he can sit on the fence between I don't know what you're talking about and actually knowing what I'm talking about, but he just chooses to fall off on the side most of the time.
Because it's more entertaining.
I
to
know.
Say,
All right.
say those things.
James, do you want to do time codes?
Phone's about to die, so I'll have to use. I have a timer on here. Oh, I have a timer on my computer.
Yeah, are there timers on computers?
Apparently, I guess I downloaded something at some point in the App Store. All right. That's a countdown. How about a stopwatch? All right.
All right. Let me know when.
You say the word and I'll hit start.
Okay. Thank you for the offer, Shane, but I think James has got it. All right. On 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Warm up's live. Yeah. Sounds like we're already getting a little too warm.
Welcome to Casual Shenanigans with your host, Crystal. Say hi, Crystal.
He's
I don't respond to that. Oh, Ben's not a mod anymore. All right, Ben, you can be a mod again. I don't know if I need
Time
to
to
mods.
watch his filthy language.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why, Ben. We're on a different channel. Do you just click the links? Do you even read them anymore?
Over on Facebook, Gigabyte USA just posted an unboxing video of a whole shipment of GTX 1080 graphics cards. First comment in broken English is this guy. It's a guy and a girl on the stream unboxing graphics cards. First comment, I want to meet that girl. She's so pretty. Smiley, 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 smiley. It's just so creepy. That's just a live stream that just went live a second ago.
Man, you know how much it must suck to be a woman on the internet sometimes.
Real talk though, where's my graphics card?
Oh, that's why you're checking the post out. You're like, maybe they'll be like, and hey, Dave, if you're watching this, it's on the way, buddy.
They look right at the camera. Dave, this one's yours. It's going in the box right now.
You're that much that much closer to getting a graphics card, installing it, and realizing you can't have that one last check mark. And you're like, I need to get two 1080s.
No, I think this SLI experience kind of turned you off.
That's what he always says, though.
It wasn't bad, but yeah, I'm not gonna spend that much money on it. Like I consider it an average experience. I got really good frames in Witcher, really good frames in GTA 5 single player, like I was expecting, and all the same awkward SLI issues of weird frame timings in GTA 5 online and stuff like that. If I was like playing Witcher and literally nothing else, I'd be tempted. But that's 2 graphics cards for one game.
Yeah, and the difference this time is that Dave wasn't planning on doing this. It was just kind of an idea we came up with. So,
oh, and also the heat and noise was a lot more than I expected for those 2 cards, given that one's relatively quiet and cooler compared to previous gens.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that because my power supply was like right on the edge and the heat was right on the edge, both of those cards were running at like minimum clock speeds, and it was like, like you said, about a card and a half, really.
Yeah, it's not really like having SLI. I don't think there's any point in even trying it unless you have blower cards.
Yep.
So tomorrow, hopefully, the pick and pull isn't open on Saturday, so I've got to go tomorrow and try to get an alternator. But the weather is supposed to be nice on Saturday, I think.
What are you looking for there?
A Corolla alternator and everything attached to it, so I can take it back and use it to fix the Spider alternator.
Did you look on? Did you look at mine also?
Your what?
One near me, the pick and pull.
No, there's a bunch. There's like 15 Corollas at this one, so.
Okay, cool.
I was assuming I could just kind of roll the dice on it. We'll see, though. I mean, maybe not, but it's just the difference of getting like a $20 used alternator compared to an $150 remanufactured one that may or may not be any good. So. Okay, it looks like it's going to be 80 degrees on Saturday. That's still not bad. That's work on some cars.
James, you would have hated the weather here. It was so humid today. It was really bad.
I hear about your weather because it's even freaking hotter here.
It did a workout outside. It was really bad. I'm like so tired now.
What are you working on outside?
No, not working on. Workout.
Workout.
We have a Tuesdays and Thursdays.
And his calves.
Yeah. Today it was just rough because it's like even before we started the workout, like we're just sitting there and just sweating. So it was rough.
I just brought up our stream page here, and congratulations, Jeremiah, on 23,000 subscribers already.
Oh, am I at 23,000 now?
Yep.
Cool.
23,005.
Nice.
Although I expect we're both going to see a drop by about 600 or so. I don't know if you've been following the numbers this week, but on Tuesday...
Yeah, I got basically a 650 subscriber boost in one day. I was like, yeah, that seems like an exceptionally good day.
Everyone did, so I'm expecting those numbers to go down. I wonder if it was like an actual glitch in the system or if it was like a subscribe bot attack or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that was.
Well, thank you to everybody's here to watch the podcast on my channel. Firewatch is going up tomorrow morning, so enjoy that.
I saw it already.
Wait, you did?
You sent me the link this morning to show me the 4K 60 FPS.
Oh, right. Did you check it out?
I watched most of it, yeah. Although watching a 4K video on a 1080p monitor felt stupid.
I mean, but it's mostly just so you can see the,
The bitrate was super impressive, like especially shrunken down for a just 1080p screen. That looked really good.
Yeah,
and the simpler art style too, I guess, like really helped because of the contrast and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a super pretty game. Like, there's a lot of scenes out of that you could just like frame and hang as a painting. Just their lighting model is amazing.
Joel, the last time that we played Firewatch, I got the camera. I think, James, you were watching it at the time.
Wait, you just got the camera?
Yeah. Dude, I was walking around with James watching me stream it, expecting to see like actual story. I'm like framing landscape photos.
You only have a limited amount of photos you can take,
Oh, I know. That's why I was spending so much time setting up every shot. Sorry, James.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
40 hours later.
So, Joel.
Yeah.
I know that you probably looked at that car and then didn't care about it 5 minutes later, but since you mentioned a car, I'm going to talk about it. That's the Scion FRS. It's the same car as the Subaru BRZ. It's a joint venture between the two of them. And in Japan, it's the same thing called the Toyota GT86. And it's a rear-wheel drive, 4-seater, but really only the two front seats are worth anything. Similar idea to that 370Z you drove, but they're a bit slower. They're lighter and slower. So it's got a smaller engine. Not fast by a lot of people's standards, but very, very fun to drive, easy to drive cars. And it has a Subaru engine. They're pretty cool.
Do you guys ever have like that moment where you're just like, man, if this was GTA, I could steal that right now. But I feel like I would try to do the elbow hit with that thing and be like, break my elbow. It would not go well.
You have a big bruise.
Yeah, I have a horrible bruise, like fall over there. The guy catches me in the act. I go to jail.
Joel, you go up to the car, rip the door open, you go to drag the guy out. The guy's like, what are you doing? Grabs you, pulls you into the car,
locks the door.
Your legs kicking out the door. Abort mission.
I didn't expect this.
I don't think about GTA for stealing cars, but I think about like Just Cause when I pass by like a a fuel truck or something with like some kind of fuel in it.
You have wingsuit fantasies a lot?
Who doesn't have wingsuit fantasies?
I had a dream. I was writing this.
Oh, this will be good. It's never boring.
Tell us what you were writing.
You know those little it was the wooden toys. You basically put one knee on and use the other leg to kind of push. It's like a little. I don't know. I forget what it's called. It's like a little scooter, almost like a little. Like,
okay,
I think it was made by Wright Flyer. I think.
Okay.
Anyways, it was a kiddie one. Well, I had that, and I used to just fly down hills on it. Well, I had a dream I was on that
and go into swimming pools,
holding a cinder block just for
No, I was riding down, and in my dream, I'm just thinking, why am I doing this? Let's fly, and I just go, whoosh, and I just start flying. And I was like, why didn't I think of this before? I'm like, stupid bikes, I'm never riding those again. That's all my dream was. I woke up and I was like, what the heck? Like, I should have had that.
Well, not really sure where to go from there. This could be a long episode. Let's just get into it.
Yeah, we probably should.
All right, Joel, got time codes?
Got it.
I think I'm starting to have old man problems. I feel like my nose hair is starting to grow enough that I feel it. It itches me now.
Oh, that's the old man problem you're having.
I'm
nice.
sorry. I'm sorry, James. I don't want to be talking about things you went through 10 years ago.
Just wait till you turn 30. Dick problems.
I hear about it all the time from John, all of his 30-year-old problems. All right, let's do it.
He really did fall apart. Like his back just went to crap overnight.
He needs to freaking go to some kind of chiropractor. Anything.
Actually, we've been working on his deadlift form, and it's hard to, like, some things with your form, you can't really see if it's off unless someone else happens to be watching you do it. And he was at a slight angle when he was doing it, so he's kind of adjusted his arms over a little, and the hump in his back is going away.
That's good. Has he ever tried doing any, like, yoga stretches or anything like that? Because that might actually be good for him, too, just for his back, just to get into a regular thing of doing stretches and stuff.
He foam rolls it, he stretches it, like, all kinds of stuff.
Nice.
Anyway, all right, got the timer?
Yep, ready.
All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey, everybody. We're going to do the warm-up this evening without the use of video for reasons you will see in just a minute. But welcome, fellow co-hosts, to what is the warm-up for episode 150. I am just now realizing I have not put May's warm-ups live anywhere. So May and June are going to be like a monster compilation.
Monster compilation.
16 hours.
Mostly just for Ben and the 3 other people who like to listen to the whole thing.
Hours upon hours of wasting your time.
We've wasted it once. Let's waste it again.
Hashtag waste the audience's time. All right.
How's everybody doing?
I mean, fine. I guess it's been quite a stressful day.
It hailed a lot today.
The hell are you talking about?
I didn't see any of that, but I heard about it though.
Yeah, we didn't have it here.
Just got some video. We got between marble and golf ball size for about 5 minutes or so. It was coming down pretty serious.
Wow.
Dang.
All I hope is if it hit any of our cars, they're just totaled. I don't want to deal with this whole scratches all over my baby thing. I want to see a smoking Hulk in the parking lot or them to be totally fine.
So
Jeremiah,
if you get hail on it, are you going to go out and beat it with a baseball bat? It's totaled. I swear that was just all the hail.
I do blame Jeremiah for the fact that when I saw the video of the hail, like on the front porch and like the front sidewalk, the first thing I thought of was, no, the new car. I don't like feeling like this. I like not caring. I want to go back to that.
Yeah, today's doing the workout. We were under like a metal roof, and I mean, it was not really dangerous, but it was loud because it just echoed like crazy. Yeah, there was some that was like extremely close. I was just pumping.
Oh,
get your pump. What are you up to? Benching like 10-pound weights, like 30 or 40 times for cardio, or
he's benching 2 LaCroix waters.
Half empty though. I mean, he's not up to a full LaCroix can. He just brings his empties from home.
But I act like they're heavy though. We have to push these like sled things around, kind of like almost like the football sleds. You can put the big weights on and stuff. Dude, that gets tiring after a while. Like, golly.
Yeah,
it's like surprising. Like, it's like the first couple times, it's like, oh, it's not bad at all. And then all of a sudden, like, your legs just kind of like, oh my gosh, they get so sore. And you're just like, whoa, this is really tiring.
I made a huge mistake.
John hit a new PR on his squat today. You ought to congratulate him on it later, Joel. Tell him he lifted real
later.
Nice. He lifted real nice.
Since we're doing retro stuff, I've been watching Samurai Jack.
Anyway, you were watching Samurai Jack.
Anyways. Whatever. Yeah, we went watching Samurai Jack because Samurai Jack is actually coming back, I think, later this year, finally. And so, because the season ended on, I think, season 4, and it was such a cliffhanger, and I love that show. Gendy Tartakovsky or something like that. He did the early Clone Wars animated series right after, I think, Revenge of the Sith came out, or between Attack of the Clones. And it was amazing. And so it was like one of my favorite like cartoon series, and so I'm like really excited. So Joy and I, we've been watching through the whole series again. It's so good. I forgot how awesome it is.
I think I'm good to go now, by the way.
You have all your stuff?
If I just drag that out, yeah, I will be.
Oh, so when you said you were ready, you weren't actually ready?
I found them.
Okay. I mean, that's the important part.
How's everybody doing?
Okay, I'm so ready for this weekend to be over because I've got this tonight, which
weekend,
I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Well, so I've got a wedding.
You're the only one that can say, I'm so excited. I'll be so glad for this weekend to be over. Who says that?
Well,
I used to say that a lot when I did weddings.
Exactly. Joel understands.
Yeah.
I've got to drive 3.5 hours and the next day drive an hour, do a wedding. Like, I'm kind of ready to be done with weddings. The money will be nice though. I can finally get a work laptop for, so I can travel again and then be able to work.
My friend Ben might be calling you about learning some photography stuff. He really wants to get into photography. He just
cool.
really enjoys it.
You guys who haven't seen, check your group me for the special post chat, just so you have access to it in case we need it.
I gotta share this, Jeremiah. I don't know where this came from. Jess just pinged me on Hangouts and said, I have a new name for your listeners. This is so terrible.
Not the dirty.
No, worse. The Shenanigans.
That's great. That's awesome.
It's our army.
Shenanigans.
I wish I could find that little kid on YouTube and just let him know that he's become one of my favorite jokes it's ever happened on the internet.
You're my favorite joke.
Dave, you reminded me of something that, oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Okay. So for my YouTube channel, I'm doing all my stupid like iPhone sucks reviews, the really sarcastic ones, right?
I love those reviews.
Well, I did one about the MacBook, like a white MacBook, saying how like Apple make a black Mac because my headphones are black and it doesn't match my white MacBook. I'm just ranting about stupid stuff. Well, this little kid, like no joke, 10 or 11 maybe, did a review, or like he posted a reply to me. I forgot. This is what reply videos used to be on YouTube.
Oh,
I kind of forgot. Like, that's not around anymore. Anyways, so he posted a video. It looks like he's in a Harry Potter closet, like 100% a little Harry Potter closet. And he's got like a little bird on his shoulder, a real bird that's just sitting there. And he's like in the review, he's like, I don't like you, Balance MP, because like, I don't even have money. I wish I had any kind of money to do anything. But like, my parents won't buy me anything, and you're just whining about all this stuff. But he just stares at me, just condescending. All right? And he does this little bird. But he's just like this, he just looks like a cute little kid, like just super friendly. At the end, slowly middle finger up on the screen. And then it just cuts. But I was like, oh my gosh, was not expecting that.
Welcome to the generation of the internet.
Yeah, the youth are so vile these days.
I was like, oh my gosh. I'll never ask for a black MacBook.
And with that, I think we're ready to go ahead and start the show.
All right, let's do it.
Also, I need to get this off soon. It's become uncomfortable.
I can't see what you're talking about.
I know.
What are you wearing right now, Jeremiah? Oh, man.
Wouldn't you like to know? All right, you guys actually ready to do this?
Let's do it.
No matter what happens, I like at least some of you. All right, Joel, you got time codes?
Yep.
All right, going in 3, 2, 1. Check.
Check. 1, 2.
Check.
Hello. Test.
Joel, I'm getting some kind of weird echo from you.
Oh, I'm not.
Echo.
Check. Just for him talking or from...
Do it. Talk again, Joel.
Hello, test 1 2 3 1 2 3. Hello.
Okay, it's not happening now.
I don't know if you heard it with the snapping or something.
No, sounds normal.
I mean, I could put my little Xbox wireless headset back on real quick. We can use that to record.
We could. Here's another idea.
I mean, I could yell really loud from here.
Go sit right by the road and just use your iPhone mic, and then that would be better.
I wonder, like, if we waited to the last second and then just switched over to the shittiest, like, old 1995, like, tabletop microphones, you know, the crappy plastic ones, and then just hit record.
The kind that actually came with computers back in the day?
Yeah. Like, if Jeremiah would just cut us all out and he would just do a podcast. Solo.
I mean, I could, yeah. I would. I've got standards.
We should have done that for our retro one. It's all like,
you know, the SM7B has been in use for like 20 years in recording studios. People could record nice stuff, man. Just not at home. All right, ready to go live for the warm-up?
Yep.
It's live with no preamble. I guess I should send out a tweet. I wonder if people prefer getting the YouTube tweet or the YouTube gaming link.
Oh gosh, what was I gonna say?
Thanks for letting us know.
No problem, James.
Hey,
Dang,
I don't know what I'm going to say to you.
Oh, have you guys gotten any Steam games?
Oh yes. Yes. I've spent about $110. I have, I'll tell you what I've bought here.
Is this potato masher stuff?
A good chunk of it is. Not everything though. I was meaning to get Arma Apex, which is the big, expansion for Arma 3. So I went ahead and snapped that up, and then I wanted to get Dying Light, which will be a potato masher game, but I also want to get it to play with Steven and Tyler and Ben. So I got that, and then I also got NBA 2K16. The potato masher video comes out Saturday. I got The Vanishing of Ethan Carter.
I can't wait to see you play.
It's about as bad as you think. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter Redux, because that's the Unreal Engine 4 ported version they made of Ethan Carter when they moved it onto the PS4. That was $4 for Ethan Carter and Ethan Carter Redux. The BioShock collection, Doom 3, Euro Truck Simulator, Life is Strange, Colot, a few others I can't remember. Oh, I can just go look at my purchase history. I know this is exactly the type of thrilling stuff you were asking about, so I'm just going to look it up and then read it to you. Where do you see where you bought stuff?
I'm afraid to launch Steam.
Why?
Because it'll start the 100 downloads that it wants to start downloading for updates.
Okay. Doom 3, the BioShock collection, Portal 2, Euro Truck Simulator 2.
How did you not have Portal 2?
I think I must have borrowed it off someone's...
You've owned a computer. I mean, at any point you've been given it free.
I've played it numerous times. I think I must have just borrowed it off a friend's Steam account or something. Dying Light Enhanced Edition. First, that comes BioShock 2, all that stuff. Yeah.
Do you see that the BioShock collection coming out? And if you have it, they're going to give it away for free, kind of like Skyrim.
I have it in the news. The best part of that, we'll get to it more in the show, but the best part of that is on PC, it's $10 for the entire thing. Like, and since they're going to give you an upgrade, nice. Yeah, you're dumb if you wait until like the fall. And
you are so dumb.
Well, if you buy it for $60, like, dude, buy it now. Like, it's so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but have you guys bought anything other than Euro Truck Simulator 2 and Dirt 3?
I bought the Just Cause 3 DLC. And what else did I buy? I bought Just Cause 2, so hopefully Joel and I can play the mod sometime.
Wait, you just bought Just Cause 2? Like during the Steam sale? Oh, for some reason I thought you had it.
I assumed it was kind of like Portal.
One game James didn't have.
I assumed it was like Portal.
You owned it.
Oh.
It was my
maybe
library.
That's what I'm thinking. I think you played it maybe then a couple times.
I mean, I actually have it on the PS3.
Speaking of, Joel, do you have Ethan Carter on PS4?
No.
Oh, dang. You want to get it? I'm just kidding.
No, I didn't really like the game. It was okay. Like, I think I would get it, honestly, if it was like a VR. I'm sure to play it in VR.
I'm sure they'll port that to VR. That's like a no-brainer.
Yeah, I'm sure it might actually even be already VR.
I hope they do Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
In VR?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I just got Euro Truck Simulator and Dirt 3. I think that's it.
Now, are you actually interested in Euro Truck Simulator, or is it just an ironic, let's see how dumb
this
is?
I was just kind of curious. Like, I played something like that a long time ago.
It's not ironic. He's got a steering wheel, so now he's actually looking for driving games.
Well, yeah, I was looking for something to do.
The force feedback is going to be amazing. You're like, oh no, the rumble strips on the road. All right, back to just cruising around for 4 hours.
Yeah, kind of funny story with that, I think. But I don't know what I expected. But like I was telling Joy just a minute ago, we were eating dinner, and I was like, yeah, I got it. I think it was $6 or $7. I was like, I just want to just try it out, because some of the gameplay of it looks kind of cool. Like, I mean, maybe you can drive around like a cool forest area or something like that. Mm-hmm. Well, I just clicked randomize, and I was just, I was playing it, and it first took a little while to get it set up because you have, people legitimately have tons of different buttons and stuff for this kind of game. So trying to do it with just a gas pedal and a brake, I had to tweak a few things. It was kind of weird. Anyways. So I choose a truck, and you can only choose like profile, like pictures. Have you played it yet?
Mm-mm.
You have to like choose like already template photos. I think are probably the people who developed the game. And anyway, so I get my contract and I have to deliver wheat to some place, and like there's a whole GPS and stuff. I'm like, all right, got it punched in, driving out of the place, immediately hit a car and get like $1,000. Like, dang it. Oh, well, so I restarted it, but I start driving down the road. I get onto the highway. I'm like, okay, merge. I'm like checking the window and checking the mirrors. And I'm like, I'm cruising, and then I'm like looking at the GPS, like, and it says, estimated arrival time. It was in military time. So it took me a couple seconds. I was like, oh, okay. All right, that's like, 4 hours or something like that. I'm like, okay. And I was like looking at it, thinking it's going to go quicker. Mm-hmm. No, it didn't. And I'm like driving down the road. And then I started driving with one hand. And I'm like sitting there relaxing my seat. And I'm like, wait a second. I'm driving like I drive like for a long distance. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm on a straight road through the farmlands. And I'm just like...
But and then you immersed.
I know. Well, here, the stupidest thing, though, I was really pissed.
It gets better. Okay.
Okay. The thing I was like the most pissed about, because I was looking around in the options, like, where is it? Where is it? I know this going to have it. Like a truck radio, to call other truckers or something like that. Nothing. Yeah, like, I don't know, some kind of like, like you like 10-4, buddy, or something like that. Nothing. And so it was just like...
Did you stop at the truck stop restroom? Do a little foot tapping?
I stopped at a gas station thinking like I'm a regular truck. I mean a regular car.
It's like pulling up to the regular pumps.
Yeah,
like,
I was like, oh wait, I gotta find out. And then so I was like, I just stuck through it. 45 minutes later, just on the most boring road. Maybe there's more interesting roads or more challenging roads. I get to the end, pull a little back, pull back a little bit, pull into this little like truck spot, and it's like cha-ching. You dropped off wheat. It's like time for the next one. I was like, hell no, delete. Wait,
did you do the whole 4 hours?
I kind of skipped. Yeah, I didn't do that. I did like the first there was like a sections of it. Mm-hmm. No way I didn't do the whole thing. I just did the first and it was like, on to the next thing. I was like,
installed.
Yeah, I was like, I'm on to uninstalling you. Yeah, I was like, maybe this could be fun if it was VR, maybe.
It's fun for people who like stuff like that.
I guess so. I do wonder though, do like legitimate truckers do that? Because man, that reminds me of like
Wait, is that how? I mean, is that what a trucker's everyday is like?
No. I'm saying like, would they?
Could they use that for training?
Like,
oh, gotcha.
Oh, well, I'm saying just training, but like if they enjoy it, like people who love golfing usually like playing golf video games. But like, man, thinking about like,
do they?
Yeah.
I think truckers probably don't want to drive a truck once they get home. I can imagine.
I feel like that would be a nightmare. It's like, all right, you know, you're driving like all the time. Like, oh, I want to just relax, do something. You know what? I'm gonna start Euro Truck Simulator.
Well, they should have a CB. Maybe there is, or there's like a mod, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But they should have a CB where you can talk to other people playing Euro Truck Simulator, so you can like call in and be like, "What's going down, mud dog? Oh, this mud dog just sitting in my mom's basement, crapping in a bucket, same as normal."
Now, if it was all full online and you could actually like team up with other truckers,
I think that would actually really be kind of funny. Expecting something different out of this.
I know. What
if Ubisoft made Euro Truck Simulator?
Like, I wouldn't mind a just drive cross country type game, like, but you could go as fast as you wanted, but like just go anywhere and it looked really good. That would actually be kind of fun in VR, I think. All right, that's all I had. Yeah. Well, that lasted for a little while, but I got more out of it than I expected, honestly.
You could just drive your car.
Well, that's why after a while, as I'm sitting there driving like this, I'm like, I'm literally doing the thing where I'm like adjusting into my seat, like this is getting boring. I'm just like, I'm not doing anything. So I started ramping over the hills.
Your car seats are in better shape than your desk chair.
James, I started just hopping over corners and hills, trying to get better time. And then I started just going like this a lot, trying to get the whole truck to shape, and it was just going like this. Woo, woo.
Could you get it to fishtail?
Oh yeah.
Could you drift
I got it? It spinned out and then it broke off.
Could you drift it?
I tried. I couldn't do it.
Because in theory, all right, hear me out. So you know the way a trailer is connected to a truck, it's in front of the rear wheels. It's kind of connected to the midpoint, more or less, of the truck. So if you got onto like an off ramp and got the truck turned and drifting, the weight of the trailer should continue to push and keep the tail out around the corner. That would in no way ever work in the real world.
Jeremiah, that needs to be in the next Fast and Furious.
Dom
needs a freaking freaking semi truck. Like something insane. That would be amazing.
Just rips a big old like, where'd this hydro brake come from? Who knows?
Like, that would be awesome. He pulled like afterburner. Like the thing's just careening.
That would be air brakes.
What do they call? What do they call?
They don't call it the afterburner.
What are you talking about?
What's like jet? Nitro. That's what I was thinking. Afterburner's like on a jet. It's kind of close.
No, Joel, it's not. That's a jet engine.
Well, come on. You're checking out flames behind your car. All right, move on.
Come on, Joel. I'll meet you in the middle, but we're not even close to the middle.
But it has flames coming out. It's like a jet.
That's what most times you use nitro.
There's not automatically flames.
Flames
it's a
out.
Movie. Guys, like when everybody just floors it and your car does a wheelie. Everybody knows that feeling, right? I love you, Joel.
All right.
Now I'm going autocross. So my first one, if nothing else breaks, I'm going to be checking the alternator wire this weekend, and if it looks like it hasn't melted in the 100 miles of driving I've done, I'm going to go autocross next weekend. This one is not in the town that it normally is in, James. It's in the big town directly to the southwest of us, an hour away on the highway. You know what I'm talking about?
Southwest
starts.
Okay,
with,
yeah.
Mexico.
It's at that one. So that's probably farther away from you, isn't it?
Yeah, but I might be able to come in town.
It's the only one of it's on Sunday. It's the only one that's there this year. I'm kind of curious why it's there, but I've got a head sock on the way from Amazon.
Nice.
I'll have to borrow their helmet, but I'll have a head sock. And is the helmet gonna fit?
I mean, I don't have
an abnormally large head. I don't think.
I mean, it's a little bigger than the normal human.
It's an extra large. That's all.
It's a little bit more Neanderthal-ish compared to.
That's not nice. Didn't say you were wrong.
Shall we begin?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. Joel, ready on time?
Yep.
This is like the quietest start to the podcast ever.
I just need to pop and crack everything. Normally I've worked out before the podcast, but we had to skip it tonight. So like I'm still all stiff. All right. On 3.